If there ever was a time to lighten up, it's Christmas. If there ever was a time to cheer up, then it's now.
Well, it is day 24 of Tammy's Found Art Advent Calendar and Survival Guide. And guess what, y'all? We have arrived at the final day of Advent, and this is Tammy's final post. And I have arrived at the same time right back here in New York, where I am home for the holidays. And that made me think about what I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to talk about the idea of home. Because you know what? I have always had at least 2 homes. Well, it's true. You know, I grew up in Southwest Virginia in the Blue Ridge Mountains, and then at a certain age I, kind of migrated to New York, where I could find myself and start my career and become the Tammy that I am today. But I never ever really truly let go of those mountains. I never let go of that as my very own home. But then I began to establish New York as my very own home, and I fell in love with it. I loved the streets, I loved the people, I loved the wackiness. And after a while, I had the opportunity to move to London, where I got to establish myself a little bit further, and Tammy became the woman that she is today. And that became my home. I had loads of friends there, and I just liked the green spaces and the parks and all the art and culture that was everywhere. And I liked the red buses and the black taxis. And that became my home. And that was a little bit of a conflict for me for a while. I thought, well, Tammy, where in the world do you live? And I thought, well, I live right here inside this body, under this wig, behind these glasses. This is where I live. This is my home. And I love the places that I'm in, but my home, my true home, is just right here, right inside. And I carry all those other places just with me wherever I go. I enjoy them when I'm there, but I also carry them with me. And I started to think that, well, you know, my home is really in my heart, and my heart is in my suitcase. And I just travel around and take myself with me wherever I go. So that's my idea of home. And I thought I'd just sort of share that with y'all today on this last day of Advent and say, wherever y'all are, when you're home for the holidays, or home in your workplace, or home in your home, you just are home, and that's all there is to it. But I had one other thing I wanted to share with y'all, because it's the last day of Advent, and I won't be talking to y'all for a while, not until 2017, when I'll have plenty of other things to say to y'all. But right now I wanted to leave you with that kind of idea of home, but I also wanted to leave you with the idea of peace, because we all know how important peace is. And I'm standing right here, right now, next to this thing that was made by a wonderful woman called Yoko Ono, and it says, it's a little bit of a reflection there, but what it says is, imagine peace. And I got a little piece right here next to me, but I got a little piece right here on my chest. It says peace. It's also made by a friend of mine, and I just wanted to send that out to y'all as a Advent wish and a New Year wish, is that carry you home with you, but also carry some peace around you. And peace is not just an absence of war and an absence of conflict, but, you know, peace is a kind of state of mind. And it's an atmosphere that you can create, an atmosphere of tolerance and love and acceptance. And it doesn't mean that you can't have fights and you can't disagree and you can't have those sort of big and heated discussions at the dinner table, but you can bring a bit of peace into that. So that's what I wanted to say to y'all today. I wanted you to, as I leave you for 2016, I want you to imagine, y'all, some peace, but not only imagine it, y'all, let's try to manifest it. I've had a great time doing this, and I can't wait to see y'all in the new year.
If there ever was a time to lighten up, it's Christmas. If there ever was a time to cheer up, then it's now. If there ever was a time to relax and have a ball, just decorate the tree and give your friends a call. If there ever was a time to lighten up, it's now.